Yes.
Okay. So, ma'am, because last week I am not well, that's why I can't send it to you, that recording.
Okay.
So if I send it this week, the recording, so you have to create the short video or not?
Yeah, if you send me, I can do it. This for this session, right? This one that we are doing just now.
We will try trial first for this session. It's okay, so we can continue this recording, or recording send it to you, or you made the short video.
Okay. How will you send it to me? Will you send it in an email or?
Yeah, ma'am, I will send it to you by mail. So please, can you send it in your mail ID?
Yes, I will send it to you after this session. I will
Yeah,
send you my email ID.
yeah, ma'am, yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, on the WhatsApp chat box, where if you send there, after call ended, the chats are removed.
Okay, I will do that. And then you send me the recording and we will make a short video.
Okay, ma'am. And ma'am, one more thing also, I have sent it to you a file, Excel sheet. It is already mentions the
Okay.
previous videos. If you want to watch that videos, so you can watch it also.
Okay. Okay. I will look for that Excel sheet.
Ma'am,
Okay.
morning, ma'am.
Okay, shall we start our lesson today?
Yeah, ma'am.
Morning, ma'am.
Or should we wait a little bit more?
Yeah, ma'am. Afsha, two, three students are joining. So we will.
Okay. Okay, let's wait a little bit. Okay.
Ma'am, morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
How are you?
Friend. I'm friend.
Very good. How are you, Mittal? I haven't seen you in a long.
I'm fine.
How are you, Simran? How are you, Simran?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Aditya, go ahead. If you feel like, if you would like to say hello to everybody.
Hi, Rose. How are you? And hi, Mithil. And hi, Simran.
I'm fine.
Hi, friend.
Hi,
Sir.
Rose.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, Rose. How's your week?
Sir.
How was your week?
Friend.
That's good. How about you, Mithil? How was your week?
Hi, sir.
I'm doing well, Rose. Thanks for asking. How about you, Simran? How was your week?
I'm good, sir. And good week.
That's good.
Ma'am, Pooja ma'am.
Yes.
Good. Friend, sir.
Yes.
Good, sir.
Afroज, आप म्यूट करेंगे? Yes, ma'am. I think we are organize a little assessment for the students, just
Okay.
like what we taught last some weeks. How much understand, how much we learn about that, the noun, pronoun, preposition. We taught them all of things. So I
Yes.
think if I created a short assessment test, just like oral communication, or it's depend on you how want you create that.
Okay. You want like a short assessment?
Okay, if you are okay, so we can try on a work on that.
Yes, actually, I would like to do an assessment. It would be good.
Oh.
But it's the knowing how much students are learning what
Yeah,
we taught.
exactly. Exactly. And we need to do an assessment. We need to understand how much they are learning. Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. If
Okay.
you are okay, so you can plan according to yourself how much you take assessment. Is this a oral assessment? Is this only based
Okay.
on communication? So is this depend on you? But I just suggest you ki if it is okay for you, so you can try it.
Yeah, I will do it. Give me another 1 more week and I
Yeah,
will do the assessment.
you can take your time. When you are comfortable, then you take a little bit assessment.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah. Okay, I think Rakhi, it is already 10 minutes.
Yeah, ma'am, we can
Shall-
start a session.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Today, we are going to study in English. Good morning. Who has joined? Afros has joined?
जी मैम
Afroz, Shrehan,
who are
Yes. So, today we will do verbs. Can you say verbs, Simran? Verbs?
Verb.
Verbs. Yeah. Afros, can you say verbs? Verbs? Okay. Aditya, go ahead and you can start taking the slides.
So today, we can start with what is a verb? So, Simran, can you read this first thing that I'm circling?
There, there are verbs
Mhm.
words that describe action. Example: run, swim,
Mhm.
walk.
Yeah. So a verb, there are three types. Oh, so the first verb is action, and action is when you're doing something. So here we can see the word ran. This is a verb because it's describing an action. It's a word that's same with swimming and swam and walked. These are all actions, like people can do them. People run and people swim and people walk.
So, verb एक ऐसा वर्ड है जो एक्शन के बारे में बताता है आपको. एक्शन का मतलब होता है जब आप कुछ करते हो. अब जैसे मैं बोल रही हूं. बोलना, टॉक मीन्स एक्शन. मैं कुछ कर रही हूं. ठीक है? ओके. अब जैसे मैं अपने हैंड्स को ऊपर कर रही हूं. लिफ्ट होता है एक्शन. ठीक है? तो वर्ब होता है ऐसा वर्ड जो आप कोई काम कर रहे हो, कोई एक्शन कर रहे हो, उस वर्ड को जो वर्ड डिस्क्राइब करता है उसको कहते हैं हम वर्ब. VERB. Aditya, we can move to the next slide.
So verb, the second version of verb is occurrence. And occurrence is a very big word, but it basically means something that happened. So for an example, you can say she came into the room. Came is a verb because it's describing something that happened. So you can say that she showed her face, and that is something that happened, and showed is a verb.
So, वर्ब एक ऐसा वर्ड भी होता है जब कोई चीज हो जाती है. जैसे मैं आपको बोलूं मैं कमरे में आई हूं. एक ऐसा वर्ड है जो मुझे बता रहा है कि कुछ हुआ है, उस वर्ड को भी हम वर्ब कहते हैं। ठीक है, जैसे मैं बोलती हूं मैंने आपको ये चीज दिखाई, ये क्लॉक दिखाया। वो जो चीज दिखाने का जो वर्ड है, कोई एक्शन हो रहा है, उसको भी हम वर्ब कहते हैं। सो वर्ब एक ऐसी चीज है, एक ऐसा वर्ड है, इंग्लिश वर्ड, जब कोई एक्शन हो रहा होता है, जब कोई काम हो रहा होता है, उस चीज को हम वर्ब कहते हैं, उस वर्ड को हम वर्ब कहते हैं। We can move on, Aditya.
So the third type of verb is state of being. So this is a bit hard, but basically what state of being means is that it tells who or what a noun is. So if we remember what a noun is, remember a noun is a person, place, or thing. So was, if we use one example, was in a sentence, she was hungry. Was is a verb because it's telling what a noun is. It's telling what a person is or was, and she was hungry. She is also a verb. It's not here, but is also a verb. She is hungry. It's telling what a noun is.
वर्ब एक ऐसा भी नाउन होता है, ऐसा भी वर्ड होता है जो आपको नाउन के बारे में कुछ बताता है कि वो नाउन कुछ कर रहा है। जैसे मैं कहूं कि आदित्य कमरे में आए हैं, आए और हैं, आई इज एक्शन और हैं जो है वो आदित्य के बारे में बता रहा है, वो भी वर्ब होता है, लाइक वॉज, बीइंग, बी। सो ये let us go to the sentences. ठीक है, this is little difficult, verbs is little difficult, but हम sentences में जाते हैं और जब आप sentence देखोगे you will be able to understand what a verb is. Aditya, maybe we can go on to the action words. Okay, go ahead Aditya, you can take on the slide.
So let's look at some examples of action verbs. Afroz, can you read this first verb on the screen?
Haru hai. Ye. Yan.
Yeah.
Yan.
Ran. Yeah. So ran is a verb because it's describing an action. Remember, verbs describe actions. So you can say, I ran to school. Ran is a verb because it's describing an action that you did.
So ran का हिंदी में कोई जानता है? What does ran mean? Ran, run, ran. What does it mean? What does it mean? Anybody? Simran or Mita or Afroz? Anybody?
Yan. Mate.
Mom, run. Yes.
Bhagna. Yes.
Ji,
Bhagna.
Mate,
Very
ma'am.
Afroz, run means
Run.
Mate, ma'am. Mate.
run. भागना, क्योंकि भागना एक एक्शन है, हम
भागना।
एक्शन करते हैं, that is why ran is a verb. Let's move to the next one.
भागे
Yes.
गोलजो।
हाँ, भागना. What are the other words, Aditya? We can go ahead.
So this one is similar. So swam is another action. It's like swimming. And swimming is an action because you're doing something. And remember, swam is a verb because it's describing an action. So you can say, me and my friends swam because it was hot. Swam is a verb because it's describing the action that you and your friends did.
So अफरोज, swim या swam का क्या मतलब होता है? पानी में क्या करते हैं? स्विमिंग। और उसको हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? स्विम को
हिंदी माने मैम
हाँ क्या बोलते हैं अफरोज?
पानी में पूछे मैम
क्या क्या करते हैं पानी में?
पानी को पूछे मैम
कूदते हैं? स्विमिंग। हाँ सिमरन, स्वयं को हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? जब कोई स्विम करता है उसको क्या बोलते हैं?
मैम तैरना।
तैरना। तैरना। और क्योंकि तैरना एक एक्शन है, एक्शन हम कोई काम कर रहे होते हैं, दैट इज व्हाई swam या swim is a verb. Let's move to some other verbs, Aditya, that you have.
So this is also a verb. Ate. So in a sentence, you can say, I ate pasta for lunch. So ate is describing an action you did earlier today or for a meal. So that's why it's a verb, because it's describing an action that you did.
So Mittal, ate. ate को हिंदी में क्या कहते हैं? ate या
खाना।
eat, खाना। और खाते हैं, जब हम खाते हैं एक्शन करते हैं, एक्शन नेहा हम अपने हाथ पैरों से एक्शन ये करते हैं, काम कर रहे हैं, दैट इज ईट। यस, ईट और एट मतलब जो पास में हमने खाया होता है, वर्ड। ओके, वी कैन मूव ऑन Aditya to other words, verbs.
खाना मैम खेल का
So another example of a verb is walk. So walking is an action. Everybody walks to different places, or even around your house. And walking is an action. So you can say, my parents and I walked to school. Walked is a verb because it's describing the action you and your parents did.
So Afroz या मित्तल और सिमरन, anybody, walk को हिंदी में क्या कहते हैं? Walk हिंदी में क्या चीज होती है?
चलना।
खाना यू फाटिन
Walk,
कोई आती मैम
walk,
व्हाट
walk क्या?
पार्टी
चलना।
चलना। चलना। जब आप चलते हो, जब आप चलते हो उसको कहते हैं
स्लो।
एंड बिकॉज चलना आप कोई काम कर रहे हो, दैट इज व्हाई इट इज एक्शन। और कोई भी वर्ड जो एक्शन को डिस्क्राइब करता है उसको कहते हैं हम verb, verb. लेट्स मूव टू अदर वर्ड्स, Aditya.
ये आर
So think is a bit harder, but it's also a verb because it's an action. Maybe it's not something you do with your body, but it's something you do with your brain. And any action is a verb. If it's with your body, it's a verb, and even with your head or brain. So when you think, that's an action, and that's why it's a verb. So when you use think in a sentence, it's describing an action that you are doing.
सो अफरोज, थिंक, थिंक को हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? थिंक,
माइंड।
माइंड तो हमारा ब्रेन है, हाँ, माइंड इज अ ब्रेन, दैट इज थिंक। थिंक को क्या बोलते हैं हिंदी में? थिंक का क्या मतलब है?
मात
सोचना।
मात मैम
दिमाग,
मैथ
सोचना। जैसे मैं अभी आपसे पूछ रही हूँ और आप सोच रहे हो, आंसर क्या है? सोच रहे हो। सोच मीन
दिमाग सुनती
थिंक इज थिंक। और क्योंकि थिंक मीनिंग आप कोई एक्शन कर रहे हो, अपने दिमाग से सोच रहे हो, एक्शन कर रहे हो, थिंक इज ए वर्ड। लेट्स वर्ड्स, Aditya.
So this is also a verb, dreamed. This is not something that you do with your body, maybe sometimes, but mainly it's in your brain or in your mind. But just because you're not doing it with your body doesn't mean that it's not action. It is still action. So that means it's a verb. Dreamed is a verb that describes something you're doing, usually while you sleep.
Johnny.
So, Mittal, what does dream mean? Dreamed, dreamed का क्या मतलब होता है हिंदी में? Dreamed, अगर मैं बोलूं ड्रीम, ड्रीम, ट्राई करो. ड्रीम क्या चीज होती है? ड्रीम, अगर मैं कहती हूँ मैंने कल रात को इस चीज के बारे में ड्रीम किया, ड्रीम किया, वो ड्रीम
पानी पीने का
अच्छा होती है
क्या किया?
पानी पीने का
रात में सोने का
होते हैं
बशारात
साथ है मैम.
हाँ, ड्रीम होता है रात को जब आप कोई सपना लेते हो, ठीक है? क्योंकि आप सपना ले रहे हो, ये एक्शन कर रहे हो, ये एक्शन अपने बॉडी के साथ नहीं कर रहे, अपने हाथ पैरों के साथ नहीं कर रहे, पर अपने दिमाग के साथ कर रहे हो. ये एक्शन ड्रीम जो है, हाँ, सपना, सपना लेना, ये चीज भी वर्ब होती है क्योंकि आप कुछ कर रहे हो, एक्शन. ठीक है, ये एक्शन आप अपने हाथ या पैर के साथ नहीं, ये एक्शन आपके माइंड में हो रहा है. ओके, लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट.
So this one is a bit harder. But believed. When you believe something, you aren't really doing that action with your body, but again with your mind. But remember, just because you're doing something with your mind doesn't mean it's not an action. It is an action. And believe can describe the action of someone. The action of someone. Sometimes they believe in God. That's an action. And believe is a verb because it's describing the action of that person.
बिलीव को हिंदी में कोई जानता है? बिलीव को हिंदी में क्या कहते हैं?
और भूल जाते
होते ही मैम.
भूल जाते
नहीं पता.
भूल जाते हैं
होते ही मैम.
हाँ, सिमरन आप क्या करो, आप जानते हो बिलीव, बिलीव को हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं?
भूल जाते
यू आते ही मैम.
नहीं आता?
भूल
भूल
जाते
जाते हो?
मैम यू आते ही मैम.
हाँ, बिलीव को हिंदी में कहते हैं किसी चीज. हाँ, बोलो बोलो सिमरन, ट्राई.
होते ही मैम. यू आते ही मैम.
जैसे माता रानी पे विश्वास करना या भगवान जी पे भरोसा करना.
भरोसा करना, किसी चीज में विश्वास करना, बिल्कुल. विश्वास या भरोसा करना, उसको इंग्लिश में कहते हैं बिलीव. और क्योंकि वो भी एक एक्शन होता है, आप कुछ कर रहे हो, उस चीज को, बिलीव को भी हम वर्ब बोलते हैं. वर्ब, बिलीव इज ऑल्सो ए वर्ब. वेरी गुड सिमरन, very good, and very good try, Afroz. You tried, very good. Aditya, let's move to the next word.
So love can be something you do with your body and mind.
बहुत.
So this is definitely an action because you can do it with your body and mind. When you love something, it's describing an action or a way you feel about something. And feelings are actions too. You can do stuff with your feelings and you can think stuff with your feeling. And loved is describing that action. So that's why it's a verb.
So, Mittal, try करो. Love को हिंदी में क्या, उसका क्या मतलब होता है? Love का, जब आप कुछ चीज को love करते हो, उसको हिंदी
मोहब्बत
मोहब्बत. एक और वर्ड बताओ हिंदी में, इसको एक और भी चीज कहते हैं, एक और वर्ड होता है. हाँ, मित्तल ट्राई करो. ओके,
दिन वन मैम
दिल से
एट
मोहब्बत करते हैं।
हाँ, मोहब्बत करो या प्यार करो, ठीक है। जैसे और क्योंकि आप कुछ कर रहे हो, लव कर रहे हो, आप अपने मम्मी पापा को मोहब्बत करते हो, उनको प्यार करते हो, हाँ। इसलिए लव इज ऑल्सो एन एक्शन एंड लव इज ए वर्ब, क्योंकि आप कोई एक्शन कर रहे हो।
दिन
और ये एक्शन देखना मुश्किल होता है क्योंकि आप अपने हाथ से के साथ नहीं कर रहे, अपने माइंड के साथ करते हो। बट लव इज ऑल्सो अ वर्ब। जब आप प्यार करते हो या एक्शन करते मोहब्बत करते हो, दैट इज ऑल्सो ए वर्ब। Shall we move to the next slide, Aditya?
Yeah. So the reason we are learning about verbs is because in sentences we use verbs a lot. Verbs help us describe what we are doing. We can tell what someone else is doing. We can tell what we're thinking. And we can tell what someone else is thinking by using verbs, because verbs describe actions. So when we have this example verb of swim, remember swim is a verb because it's describing an action that your body does. We can use a sentence like, I swim every day. In this sentence, we're using the verb swim to say that we're doing an action every day, which is swimming. So verbs are very important because they describe a lot of actions that we do every day or everybody else does every day. Yeah, so just to say, the verb swim is used to tell us what you do every day. So verbs are very important. So now, oh, hi, Afsha. So now with verbs, I'm doing well, Afsha. How are you? Okay. So now that we know about verbs, I'm going to be asking a lot of you to try making your own sentence after I give you a verb. So if we go back here, I'll give you a verb like swim, but instead of me showing you this sentence before, you make your own sentence just to help you understand. So the example verb I'm going to give you guys is run. And I'll give you guys a little bit of time to think of any sentence you can make that uses the verb run.
Okay, so now Afsha, you joined late. आपने थोड़ा late join किया है. So I will tell you, we are doing verbs. It's okay, no problem. And Afsha, we are studying today, we are studying verb, V-E-R-B. And verb means any word that talks about an action. जब आप कोई चीज करते हो, जैसे रन करते हो, स्विम करते हो, बोलते हो, खाते हो, जंप करते हो, सोचते हो, जब आप कोई एक्शन करते हो, उस वर्ड को इंग्लिश में जो वर्ड डिस्क्राइब करता है उसको कहते हैं हम वर्ब्स. सो आज हम वर्ब्स we are going to take some words that are verbs and you try to make a sentence. So Mittal, you try, or Afsha, you try, or Afroz, or Simran, try, think, socho, make a sentence, small sentence with the verb run. Okay, run. Run.
I am run every day.
Yes, I am running every day. Running. I am run is not correct English. I am running every day. You try, Mittal.
खाती हूँ,
Hmm?
खाती हूँ,
Okay. Okay. But run का क्या मतलब होता है मित्तल हिंदी में?
फास्ट दौड़ना,
भागना, भागना, भागना. So इसका सेंटेंस बनाओ. रन का I या she. ट्राई करो सिमरन. आप ट्राई करो सिमरन. I फिर आगे लगा ट्राई.
I am running
Yes.
into the park.
Yes. 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 I am running to the park. Correct. Afsha, tell me, Afsha. One more time. English में बताओ, Afsha.
श्रीहान ने ट्राई किया है, इतना क्लियर नहीं है. He tried. I not read.
Okay. Okay. Shall we try another word, Aditya? Another verb?
I think Srihan prepared a sentence. So
Go ahead.
Srihan, if you want to share what you
Yeah,
thought of.
श्रीहान की मदर श्रीहान के बिहाफ पे बताएंगी कि श्रीहान ने कौन सा सेंटेंस प्रिपेयर किया. मैम आपका वॉइस ब्रेक होके आ रहा है. श्रीहान की मैम.
Okay.
His speech is not clear and he is not so much expressive at all. So I give him support. And support से उसने ये सेंटेंस मेक किया कि मैंने उसको बोला था हिंदी में कि तो उसको उसने बोला है इंग्लिश में I run every day.
Yes. Excellent. I run every day. मैं रोज भागता हूँ. भागना means run. Thank you. Shall we start? Do another.
Yeah. So here's an example sentence. I run to the park to play with my friends. So there's actually two verbs here, but we'll focus on run. The second verb is play, but let's just focus on run. So run is describing the action that you are doing. It's describing the action you are doing to get to the park. You're running. So that's why it's a verb, because remember, it's describing the action that you are doing. So we can try it with another verb. The second verb is jumped, but you don't have to use jumped. You can say jump or jumps or jumping, but something that describes the jumping action. So I'll give you guys time to think of a sentence and then ask in a little bit.
Okay, think करो. Jump. Jump का मतलब क्या होता है हिंदी में? कोई try करो. Jump. कूदना. कूदना. अब कोई भी try करो. एक simple sentence. Jump. Jump. Anybody try?
I am jump in out been men sister.
Very good boy.
Good. I am jumping. यही बोलना चाह रहे हो ना अफरोज? I am jumping.
I am jumping house with my sister.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Oh, very good, Afroz. Thank you. Okay. Mittal, you wanted to try? You try?
I am use
वेट आप लोग अपने अपने टर्न का वेट करिए. सबका टर्न आएगा. सबको अपॉर्चुनिटी लगेगी कि सब अपना अपना सेंटेंस बोल पाए. बट अगर कोई बोल रहा है तो पहले आप उसको बोलने दीजिए, फिर आप बोलिए।
Yes. Mittal, try.
I am juice, mango juice.
Yes. Yes. एक बार फिर से बोलो मित्तल, ट्राई करो.
I am mango juice, mango
Mango.
नो,
juice.
मैंगो जूस. नो नो. जंप मतलब कूदना. जैसे आप अपने
Jumping.
आई एम जंपिंग. यस, आई एम जंपिंग मतलब आप कूद रहे हो. यस, वेरी गुड. आई एम जंपिंग. अफशा, ट्राई.
अक्षरा, अब आप अनम्यूट करके बोल सकते हैं।
I am everyday jumping.
यस, वेरी गुड. आई एम एवरीडे जंपिंग. मैं रोज कूदती हूँ. ठीक है. आई एम एवरीडे जंपिंग. वेरी गुड. नाउ सिमरन, यू ट्राई.
I am jumping on the bed.
Excellent. Very good. I am jumping on the bed. Very good. And now जिस person ने try नहीं किया है, you try. Shrihan, you tried already. आप Arnav, you want to try? Try with jump. Try Arnav. Jump.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
हाँ,
ma'am.
try. Make a sentence with jump.
Jump.
Jump के साथ. Yes. Yes. Okay. पर sentence बनाओ English में. Yes. Jump means कूदना. Okay. Okay. But now make a sentence. Try.
स्टॉप करना है। अब आपको सेंटेंस बताना है, ठीक है। अब
अभी-
आपने जंप करके दिखा दिया, तो अब आप एक सेंटेंस बनाइए।
इंग्लिश में ट्राई करो.
अब आप इंग्लिश में एक छोटा सा सेंटेंस बना के दिखाइए जंप से रिलेटेड।
आई. अभी आपने क्या किया?
बोलिए।
I am jump.
आई एम जंपिंग. यस. या आप ये बोल सकते हो आई जंप. वेरी गुड. वेरी गुड. तो सभी ने ट्राई किया और सभी ने सेंटेंस दिया. दैट्स एक्सीलेंट. दैट्स वेरी गुड. Shall we move to the next verb, Aditya?
Yeah. So just an example sentence. I jumped across the puddle. So jumped is a verb because it's describing the action I did to cross the puddle. And there's a difference between jumping and jumped. Jumping is what you're doing right now, but jumped is what you did in the past. So you could have jumped yesterday or even 10 minutes ago, or maybe a month ago. But it's describing something you did in the past. You already did it.
So अब हम जब नेक्स्ट लेसन्स करेंगे आगे फ्यूचर में, वही वर्ब अगर आप अभी कर रहे हो, जैसे अगर आप अभी जंप कर रहे हो तो उसको जंप बोलते हैं. पर अगर आपने कल किया होगा, कल अगर आप कूदे होगे तो पास्ट में उसको जंप कहते हैं. अब फ्यूचर लेसन्स में हम उस वर्ब का आपको जरूर बताएंगे जब आप अभी कर रहे हो या पास्ट में कर रहे हो या जब कल करोगे. फ्यूचर लेसन्स में we will tell you about that also. Okay, but for now you have done very well. Everybody has made a sentence. Thank you. Let's try another verb, Aditya.
Oh, I wonder how that red line got there. Does everybody else see the red line, or is that just okay? It doesn't matter. Anyways, so now we're gonna be doing the same thing, but with a new verb, the verb fall. So fall is an action. So take your time to think and make a sentence using the verb fall. And remember, you don't have to use this exact word. You can use a different version of it. You can say falls or falling or fell if you want to talk about something in the past.
Okay. So कोई मुझे हिंदी में fall का मतलब बताएगा? Fall. कोई भी ट्राई करो. Fall. गिरना. Very good मित्तल. गिरना. गिर जाते हैं हम, उसको कहते हैं fall. ठीक है? Fall. और क्योंकि fall action है, गिरना action होता है, fall is a verb. Very good. So try. Anybody try? Think. Afsha, you want to start? गिरना. So एक sentence try करो अक्षर, थोड़ा सा sentence try करो. Word बना, sentence बनाओ fall के साथ. Fall. I. बेड से अगर आप गिरते हो, उसको सेंटेंस बना के सोचो, कोई भी सोचो. Anybody try? हाँ, I. Afsha, falls. Try करो. Okay, no problem. Simran, you know? Do you know, Simran? You want to try?
I
Yes.
on
I. आप ट्राई करना चाहते हो, अर्णा?
fall down on the land.
Yes, I fall down. क्या बोलना, क्या कह रहे थे सिमरन? I
गिर जाना. I fall down on the land. I fall down गिर जाना.
हाँ, गिर जाना. I fall down on the ground.
I
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Aditya, you can go ahead. I think this is slightly hard. ये थोड़ा सा, this word is tough. तभी I understand. आप लोगों से नहीं बन रहा sentence. That is okay. Mango fell. Yes, very good. Very good, Shridhar. Go ahead, Aditya.
So an example sentence is, I fall every time I don't tie my shoes. So when on your shoes, sometimes you have ties that you need to tie to make them tighter or to make them fit. And when you don't tie them, you can fall because you step on them and then you fall. So fall is a verb because it's describing the action you are doing every time you don't tie your shoes. It's a bit hard and it'll take time, but it's a verb. It's a very difficult verb. So now, now that we are finished making sentences, we're going to move on to a new thing. So now I'm going to give you guys a sentence and you have to tell me what the verb is in that sentence. And remember that there can be more than one verb in a sentence. There can be 2 verbs in a sentence. There can be 10. Is it class what?
Or we have more slides left.
There's a bit more slides, but now is also a good stopping time and we can pick it up with this next time if we're going over.
Yeah, Rakhi, if the time is over, we will do these slides the next time.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. You can start this slide from next session.
Yes, we can do that. So please send me your homework. You know, I need one sentence from you with the verb eat. Eat. Okay? But please do send me your homework. Give me one sentence with the word eat. Okay? Eat matlab? What does eat mean? Tell me.
One sentence banana. Khana. Khana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Now let's say thank you to everybody. Let's say thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. मैं काट रहा हूँ. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you,
Goodbye.
Aditya. Thank you so much, Pooja ma'am.
Thank you, Rocky.
And thank you, Raki. Enjoy, have a good weekend. Enjoy your Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yes.
Homework,
And
ma'am.
and घर पे रहना, बहुत घूमना नहीं, बाहर जाके बहुत बीमारी होती है, और अगर जाओगे बाहर तो मास्क पहन के रखना, ओके? ठीक है? ओके एवरीबडी, मुझे होमवर्क जरूर देना, वन सेंटेंस विद द वर्ड eat, EAT, okay? Bye.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Bye.
Bye, Froze. Bye, Aksha.
Bye.